Well, Florida wrapped up Teacher Appreciation Week with some mixed marks on the state of our public schools. On one hand, U.S. News ranked Florida #1 in the nation for education. But on the other hand, Brown University's Annenberg Institute found Florida had the highest number of teacher vacancies this spring. And while state leaders and the teachers union cite different stats for that, at the start of this past school year, they ranged from more than 4,700 vacancies on the low end to nearly 7,000 on the high end. And in other mixed news, on one hand, the NAA, the National Teachers Union, ranks Florida's starting teacher salary well above average, 16th in the nation. But on the other hand, that same report shows more experienced teachers lag the nation in salaries, bringing Florida's overall average teacher pay down to 50th in the nation.
That is pretty alarming. The idea that we're 16th at the start, 50th in average pay really underscores how dramatically impacted our teachers with experience are in the state of Florida.
So how can you square Florida's top ranking in education with uneven and overall lagging teacher pay and thousands of vacancies? Well, the short answer is that Florida does great in some areas and struggles in others. For example, Florida does particularly well in higher education in a number of ways, including comparatively high graduation rates and quality of higher education in general.
3 of our universities placed in the top 50 in the latest U.S. News rankings, including UF as our top Florida university, but also FSU and USF.
And Florida's top-tier universities also offer comparatively low in-state tuition.
University of Florida right here is ranked the most affordable college in the entire United States of America. Florida State in Tallahassee is ranked #2 for most affordable college in the United States. University of South Florida in Tampa is ranked #4 in the United States for affordability. And that is really, really key.
And that played a big part in boosting Florida into the top spot overall in the U.S. News rankings. Florida also does extraordinarily well in student achievement in elementary school, and that also boosts Florida's overall standing. But there also appears to be a soft spot in Florida. It's math and science, and it begins particularly to set in during the middle school years and carries through into the high school years.
And you can see already that the math skills at the 8th grade level have declined significantly from where they were in 4th grade. And then the SATs tell us that nothing has improved in high school.
In recent years, we can see it in the American Institute of Physics survey.
Florida's high school physics is in decline faster than any other place in the nation.
And we can see it in Florida's sliding SAT scores. Florida's mean SAT score of 966 ranks near the bottom of the nation, 46th among the 50 states in Washington, D.C. And Florida's mean score has dropped each year since 2005. And in math, among the dozen systems where more than 90% of students take the test, Florida ranks 10th out of 12, just ahead of West Virginia and New Mexico.
When you meet with middle and high school teachers today, what are they telling you?
They're telling me the math skill level of their students has dropped substantially.
And then when you look at state data on which type of teachers were in highest demand this past school year, well, you'll find math and science teachers among the top needs on the list. And those who are highly trained and interested in teaching math and science at a high school level can be in particularly high demand. And that may provide some context for Florida's stellar rankings overall, while we still have thousands of vacancies and a soft spot in math and science on test scores in the high school years.
When we have thousands of vacancies around the state, you end up in a situation where you have hundreds of thousands of students not having a highly trained, professionally trained teacher in front of them.
And this is driving a call to give more experienced teachers more of a step ladder for pay hikes, and the state teachers union specific call to give teachers more autonomy in their classrooms.
We're dealing with the worst teacher and staff shortage we've ever seen right now.
What's causing that?
Well, teachers are feeling like they don't have a say in their classroom. When I go around the state, I hear over and over again, if they would just let me teach, just let me do my job.
So Florida has a lot to be proud of, particularly in the early school years and in college, but it's also facing some significant challenges in some of the areas in between. And state lawmakers may want to take a closer look at that and address it when they reconvene for their next round of Money, Power, and Politics.